I want to tell you a story that is changing the lives of people all over the world. It's not a story that anyone made up. Instead, it's from the Bible, which is the word of the Most High God. Therefore, it is true and reliable. There is only one God, and He is the Most High God. The Most High God is more powerful than any person, spirit, religious teacher, government, or God that people worship. He existed in the beginning, before there was anything else. When God began to create things, He just spoke, and everything came to being. He created everything on earth and in heaven. He created things we cannot see, like angels. Angels are beautiful spirits who worship and serve God in heaven. God also created everything we can see: the sun, moon, stars, the earth, and all the plants and animals. Finally, He created a man and woman in His own image. When God created everything, He said, "This is really good." God gave the man and woman a beautiful garden to live. Every day they walked together and had a wonderful relationship with Him and with each other. God told them to take care of the garden and to enjoy everything. He gave them a special command. He said, "You may eat the fruit of any of the trees in the garden. There is just one tree in the middle of the garden that you may not eat from. If you eat from the fruit from it, you will die." The man and woman's relationship with God and with each other was perfect. God created us to have this kind of relationship with Him and with each other. The man and the woman had a wonderful relationship with God and each other. However, do you remember the angels God created? One of the angels became very proud. He wanted to be like God and to have the other angels to worship Him instead of God. But there is only one God to be worshipped. Therefore, God cast the disobedient angel out of heaven. We call that angel the devil. God also cast out of heaven all of the other angels who followed Him. They are demons or evil spirits. One day, the devil tempted the woman to eat the food from one tree that was forbidden. He asked her, "Did God really say you couldn't eat from any tree in the garden?" The woman said, "No, we may eat from any tree except for the one in the middle of the garden. If we eat from it or touch it, we will die." But the devil told her, "You won't die, but will instead become like God." The woman listened to the devil and ate the fruit. Then she gave it to her husband, and he ate. That day, both of them sinned. Sin is any time we disobey God's commands. God is righteous and holy. He must punish us when we disobey Him. God cast the man and the woman out of the garden. And their relationship with God was broken forever. Like that man and the woman, all of us have sinned. our relationship with God is broken, and the result of sin is eternal punishment in hell when we die. We cannot live forever with God as we were designed. What can be done? Over time, the number of people on earth increased. Even though each of them sinned, God still loved them very much and wanted to have a relationship with Him. God gave 10 commandments to the people through one of His servants. Remember, God is perfect and holy, so we must be perfect and holy to live with Him. The 10 Commandments taught people how to live right with God and each other. Some of the commandments were, do not worship other gods or make idols. Honor your parents. Do not lie. Steal. Murder. Don't desire the things other people have, or commit adultery. However, no one was able to obey all of these commands. Each time they sinned, God allowed them to confess their sins and offer a sacrifice to take their place of punishment. This sacrifice was shedding the blood of a perfect animal. As they offered the sacrifice, they would ask God to forgive them and let the animal die in their place. Only by the shedding of blood can a person's sins be forgiven. However, as time went by, their hearts were no longer sorry for their sins. Instead, their sacrifices just became empty rituals. God said, "I've had enough of your empty sacrifices." Through the keeping of rules and sacrificing of animals, people realized that they were unable to come back to God on their own. What could be done? God still loved the people of the world very much. Therefore, at just the right time, God sent Jesus to show people how to mend their relationship with Himself. Who is Jesus? Jesus is God's one and only Son. Jesus was also a wonderful teacher. People loved to listen to Him because He taught them how to come back to God. Jesus was also a powerful miracle worker. One day, many people came to listen to Jesus teach all day. Because the people were hungry, Jesus took 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish, blessed them, and then began to pass them out to the people. That day, over 5,000 people ate and were satisfied. Jesus' power is able to satisfy our needs. Another time, Jesus crossed a large lake on a boat with His followers. While Jesus was asleep, a powerful storm came up. Jesus' followers woke up Jesus and said, "Master, we are about to die." Jesus stood up and spoke to the wind and waves. "Quiet, be still." Immediately, the wind and rain stopped. Jesus' power is greater than the natural world. When Jesus arrived at the other side, he met a violent man living among the graves. He was filled with many demons and was very dangerous. When Jesus saw that man, he loved even him. He spoke to the demons and said, "Leave." Immediately they left him, and the man was in his right mind. Jesus' power is greater than all evil spirits. On another day, a close friend of Jesus became sick and died. Several days later, Jesus arrived at his friend's tomb. When he saw where his friend was buried, Jesus began to cry. Jesus went to the front of the tomb and said, "Friend, come out." His friend walked out of the tomb. His power is even greater than death. Jesus did all these things because he loves us and wants us all to come back to God.